Happy Thriller-ween, everybody. Hey. So, Michael is moving up the charts. He's moving up the iTunes chart, and we're trying to get Thriller to #1. I'm waiting for somebody to pop up to make sure I'm on live. Hello there. Hello there. There goes somebody. Hi there. Happy Thriller-ween, guys. Yeah, I know. I'm being silly, right? So I let you know that I got a little costume. Look, the lights. It's Scream. Remember Michael's Scream album? Remember where he released it on the day that I opened Twitter, since I made it such a big deal about him opening his Twitter account on June 24th. He opened up, he released the Scream album on the day I opened my Twitter. That was fun. But happy Thriller-ween. Ooh, it's hot in here. So give me a second, guys. I am going to get to some clues, right? And tell you guys what happened. Hold on. Hold on. Put you down just for a second. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Oh, God, I was only under the here for like 5 minutes. And I got so hot in 5 minutes. Okay, let's see if my hair is all messed up. I don't know. I don't know if it is or isn't, but hey, I'll find out in a second. Here I am. Here I am. Happy Thriller-ween, everybody. You know, I bought the domain, Michael Jackson Thriller-ween, and somebody else had already bought Thrillerween.com. Right? Because Thriller-ween, what a great name. You know, Thriller-ween, that is just so great. Now, Michael didn't write the Thriller. Rod Temperton did. And Michael did a great job with Thriller, but it never made it to #1. It was never #1. So there's been a Thriller challenge that's been promoted by a lot of the fan base and also by Taj Jackson. Trying to get Thriller to #1. I don't know if we've been successful. You got to watch it on some kind of streaming service, like even YouTube, I think counts, or Spotify or Pandora, or any of the other sites that you pay, even Amazon Music, I believe you can watch it. And even if you just go on YouTube and you just watch Thriller, but make sure you watch the one that's on the Michael Jackson channel, okay? Or just go to Spotify or Pandora. And if he doesn't reach #1 today, we could try for tomorrow, right? But it would have been nice today for Thriller to be #1, even though Thriller is the #1. I think it was the #1 most expensive music video at that time when it came out. It cost Michael $800,000. I've heard $1 million, but I've also heard $800,000. That's a lot of money for in the 1980s, right? It came out in December of 1983, and it has become an anthem in more ways than one. It's become an anthem in the success, the great success, the unprecedented high record sales of the #1 album in the world. No other album in the whole wide world has sold more copies. I believe no album in the United States has sold more copies. They keep saying the Eagles' greatest hits is #1, and then number 2, RIAA says is Michael Jackson, and number 3 is the Eagles' Hotel California. But I don't believe them, because I cannot find anything that supports why they would have sold so much. Nothing. There's no scandal. There's nothing to keep them on the news. There's what? People are just going out, oh, I'm just going to buy a record I don't even hear that much. I'm just going to buy it. I'm just going to buy it. I'm just going to buy it. You know, I don't believe it. Okay. All right. So anyway, so now that I've got my little costume out the way, I guess I'm going to keep that for years. Oh, let me turn off the blinking light. I still got the blinking light on. I think that's funny. Scream, right? Right? Okay. So we're going to get to, all right. So I did go by Havenhurst. I didn't go in. I can't afford $1,250, right, for a ticket. So I didn't go in, but I did go by there, and I did get some footage of outside in front of the gate and stuff. But I don't know if you guys want to see it when there's been so much great footage inside, you know. I didn't go live because You know how my live messes up. It gets blurry and it cuts off and blah, blah. So I decided that I wasn't going to go live, but I do have some footage, but it's kind of a dud. You know, I don't know. It's kind of a dud. So I didn't post it, but I did post the map of Havenhurst. And I did also post, oh my God, that tree that's down the street is on Ventura Boulevard, because there was so much, there was valet parking. So people would pull up, and the valet, they had like maybe, I don't know, 10 valet guys, maybe between 6 and 10. And they would take your car and they would go park it somewhere. So I had to park way down on Ventura Boulevard. So when I was walking back to my car, I saw the tree. Okay, let me see if I can find the tree for you guys. I saw the tree, the love tree. It's like a haunted love tree. How appropriate is that? And also Michael's thriller is representative of the living dead. It was, I don't know if he had it all figured out back then, but something was telling him to do that. You know, his intuition or something, because he kept following up. Moonwalker, he dies and comes back. And in Ghosts, more living dead, more zombies, more ghosts. You know, Thriller has the werewolf, mummies, you know, anything that signifies the living dead. But I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to go, and after we go off, I'm going to go on Jackson's Empire, okay, and see Michael. Okay, hold on. He ain't going to be on camera. Michael, Bobby. See, it's Michael and Bobby going to be there. Okay, here, hold on. All right, look at that tree. And it must be some historic thing, because it's in the middle of the sidewalk. Okay, amongst a lot of businesses. And it's an old tree. Look at that. Look at that heart. I just had to take a picture because it was a Thriller love tree, right around the block. Okay. And, let's see. Oh my God. Okay. Let's talk about the party and footage that came out. I got this from Carl O'Reilly's footage. And here is Prince was the MC of the night. Chris Tucker was there, and Vanessa Huggins was there, and a lot of different celebrities showed up. Chris Tucker got the Man in the Mirror award, and so did Steve Harvey, who didn't come, but he gave a video vignette, and so did T-Boz from TLC. Kevin Hart did too. Donnell Jones, singer. I love him. Just so many people gave shout outs to Michael. That was just so wonderful, you know? But anyway, so Prince was Super Mario Brother. I didn't even look to see if that was a clue. I didn't even look. Okay. But here's Paris. Look at Paris. Paris with a Grim Reaper cape. Like, remember the time cape? Like I was just talking about. Remember? Okay. I mean, wow, that was pretty good, right? But it gets better. Her clue gets so much better. Okay. Oh, that was just two guys that were convicted of killing Malcolm X, got exonerated. One of them is dead, and they won $36 million settlement because they were falsely accused, and it was malicious prosecution and all kinds of stuff. That's just horrible. Okay. So Prince was doing a lot of publicity, and I'm sure they probably made $500,000 in donations for Heal LA. Which is great. And they're going to share some, of course, with the Dee Foundation. And that Dee is Taj Terrell and TJ's mother. The second day, Tito showed up. And so Friday night was like more of a Halloween party. And then Saturday night was more for the Dee Jackson Foundation. But Prince has been all over talking about Michael and saying how much he thinks about him every day and da-da-da-da-da. And he says he is the king of pop. He always will be. And he is this and he is that. Yeah, I know. Present tense. You know, this was cool. Okay, you guys want to see Thriller 40. And let's go ahead and let's look at this one. Okay, let's look at this one. I thought this was a pretty good one. There's a lot of videos that show what happened at the party, but this one's pretty good. This is from let's see, Arts and ABC 7 News. And let's see, it's a
Nature Made for Seeing
okay, so we wait that all the ads and stuff. And I got it tomorrow. I'm going to do a tutorial. I think tomorrow about a shea butter. And oh my God, my son and I had so much fun. Everybody loved
tribute
it.
to
Okay,
their father's
here we go.
legendary album Thriller
Here
with
we
a
go.
themed party. Take a look. The Scary Bash celebrated the 40th anniversary of the iconic 1982 album. It was held at the Jackson Estate in Encino,
Oh yeah,
California.
Miles
Friday
was
night.
there.
Halloween celebrations are a
Miles
special time
Frost.
for the famous Jackson siblings.
When I was younger, my siblings and I could celebrate that holiday with my father because it was normal for people to go dressed up. When we were younger, we used to wear masks, right? So when everybody's dressed in a costume, you blend in.
The party was supported by the Heal Los Angeles Foundation. It aims to improve the lives of youngsters with access to education incentives.
Okay, I thought that was pretty cool. So I saved that one. Okay, and we're going to get to some more stuff. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, so we're going to get back to, I think that's Vanessa Hudgens, and that's Paris, right? So this is the mask. Okay, she's still wearing the hoodie, the Grim Reaper type of hoodie. Remember the time Grim Reaper hoodie? She's still wearing that, but then it was the mask, and I was like, what the heck is she dressed as? Nobody understood what she was dressed as. Well, I did figure it out. Okay, now here, let's go ahead and let's do this. Okay. This right here, the Grim Reaper cape was just the beginning of the costume and the clue. All right, it gets even better, guys. Okay, Lord of the Rings has a character. His name is Nazgul. Nazring Ghoul, Wrath Spirit. Ghoul means wraith. W-R-A-I-T-H, spirit, wraith spirit, right? That's what that means. So she's dressed up like this guy. Look at the face. Look at the face. That's who she's dressed up as, okay? And they're introduced as the Black Riders on Lord of the Rings. They're also called Ring Wraiths. See the word wraith again? Dark Riders, the Nine Riders, or simply the Nine, are fictional characters in J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth. They were 9 men who had succumbed to Sauron's power through wearing rings of power, which gave them, wink wink, immortality, reduce them to visible wraiths. Servants bond to the power of the ring, of the one ring. Wraith, W-R-A-I-T-H. It's a ghost, the living dead. You gotta love Paris, okay? You know, she has participated the most in it, in the death hoax, okay? Yep, it's a Living Dead reference, aka Ghost with a Grim Reaper cape. Paris is actively leaving us clues. Learn more about MJ faking his death. Of course, you gotta watch the Alive Docu-series. I think everybody that comes on here watches the Alive Doc, has watched it. And if you haven't, you're missing out on so much because I just can't remember everything all the time. But there it is. Now, if we were to look at, I'm gonna look at the dark, I'm gonna pull up the Dark Riders, right? The Dark Riders, they represent death, right? So let's do Lord of the Rings. Let's do Google. I love Google. Google is my favorite search engine. Okay, so we're gonna do Death Riders, Lord of the Rings, and then we're gonna look at some pictures of them, right? And their costumes, right? Their costumes are all about being on horses and being, oh shoot, those aren't good ones. These are all toys. I didn't ask for toys. I just, Lord of the Rings. All right, Lord of the Rings, here they are. This is so much fun. Thank you, Paris. Okay, here we go. They represent death. There it is, Lord of the Rings. That's who she's looking like, right? Look at them. Those are the 9 horsemen, the 9 death riders, dark riders, black riders. Look at them. All looking like death, the Grim Reaper. But Grim Reaper, Ghost, the living dead. I'm telling you guys, see? She left us clues. Thank you, Paris. Now, one thing I do know is that Paris was not in a good mood that night. So whatever it was, homegirl, whatever it was, I hope you able to shake it off, put your head up, dust yourself off, and keep on stepping. That's what my mama taught me. Whenever you get down, you dust yourself off, you put your head up, and you just keep on stepping. Okay? So we thank Paris for that clue, and I'm happy about it. And let's see what else. Oh, the other clue. Oh, she's just full of them. She's just full of clues. Let's find the other one. The other one is the anniversary also of the Invincible album. It came out, yikes. Let me put in Invincible. Okay, but I'll get there. Invincible album. Let's get there. Invincible album. Golly, you know, they gonna make me pay some more money for high-speed internet. I mean, come on. Oh, yep, it came out 21 years ago, 777. 21 years ago on October 30th, yesterday, was the 21st anniversary of Invincible. And on Invincible, we have Ghost, just like Wraith represents Ghost, right? The Living Dead. Michael had Unbreakable, Invincible, Heaven Can Wait. I told you guys about that one, right? In the Invincible album, Heaven Can Wait, which is a wink, wink, nod, nod clue, right? So, and it's, you know, the funny thing is that there's the place that I told you guys, let me pull that up real quick. Let me pull it up. Is Facebook and your story. Oh, I got it on my story live. I'm already live on there. Okay, so let's go on my page, and let's go back because the address to oh, I'll show you that too. I'll show you the map again. The address, Heaven Can Wait. Okay, here we go. Back to this one, right? So that's a venue, right? Heaven Can Wait is a venue. I told you guys the address that she'll be performing there on 11/14. So those are lucky numbers, 11/14, right? So my friend, I have a friend that lived like a block and a half from there previously. And it's just weird because it's just a little tiny place. The whole place can't hold more than 200 people, right? So Paris is performing, and the name Heaven Can Wait, and I thank my friend Joni for telling me all this, and we researched it together, and we researched some other stuff. How do you join the JE chat? Now, why would somebody ask me that? I'm on live right now, and you know that. I don't know how to join the JE chat. I'm going to have to get on there and figure it out too, okay? But I'm going right after this. I'm going to Jackson's Empire. So Heaven Can Wait was down the street from where my friend used to live. But they've had several name changes, right? So this last change to name the venue Heaven Can Wait was just April, a few months ago. They just changed it to Heaven Can Wait then, because Heaven Can Wait is a death hoax clue, right? Just like the song Threaten, I Am the Living Dead, right? Michael does that kind of stuff, right? He does all kinds of death hoax clues, and just to keep us believers believing, right? Because one day he's going to need us, right? And if you're out there and you hate my guts because, and I'm not talking about the usual haters. I don't care about them. I do care, but it's not, every time I mention hater, I ain't talking about the same person. Okay. I'm just talking in general, not any one particular, just in general. You know, like Michael said, to know me is to love me, right? And if you really gave it a chance, gave Michael Jackson's Death Hoax a chance, you wouldn't dislike me. You would be excited. You would be happy. Maybe you'll be mad because you were fooled, but so what? You got to understand why Michael faked his death. Michael faked his death because people was messing with him, right? Because he had haters, because the fame became too much and the allegations became too much. It became so bad that he almost went to jail for 20 years, you know, and he was fully acquitted. And what Wade and James did was just outrageously terrible. right? Just, I mean, God, we had cleaned Michael up, and cleaned those allegations and had people believing that Michael was not a pedophile. And it was really strong. And thanks to me, because my documentary, Michael Jackson Trial and Triumph of the King of Pop, which I filmed at the 2005 trial, which in real time is filmed in real time, tells you about why the jury found him not guilty 14 times. And the great thing about that is I signed the agreement 7 weeks, the distribution agreement, 7 weeks before the death announcement. I didn't know what Michael had planned, right? But he wanted that available when the news hit the world and shook the world that he had died. And then my documentary was saying, yeah, you can love him again because here's why he wasn't found guilty. Why he was not found guilty, right? And and then it was distributed to 50 million homes for weeks on weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, right? So we had worked really hard. And just some of my haters, they forget, the good that I do, and they forget that I am a supporter of Michael, and we are supporters of Michael. And if you don't believe in the death hoax, okay, that's fine, but there's no reason to be mad about it. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if Elvis's people that believed in the Elvis death hoax was mad. I know someone important that, hey, I'm doing a good service. I'm bringing Michael back to life. I'd rather have, I don't care if the whole family lied. If Michael's alive, that's more important than them lying. Okay, that's way more important than Michael lying. Him being alive is so important. I mean, God, what else is the best news for a fan? There shouldn't be any better news for a fan than Michael faked his death and escaped the BS. I mean, God, the album's called Michael Escape, A Rare Pearl. Boom, dum, dum, dum. I mean, okay. All right. So anyway, so with Thriller, oh, here we go. I said I was going to show you guys the map too. Okay. So I thank my friend Jean for giving me this map. Okay. And it's a Thriller night map. You guys can turn the camera sideways, because if I turn it that way, then you can't see it good. But there it is. Okay. And it just shows you, where everything is inside of Neverland and inside of Havenhurst, the Havenhurst house. There it is. There's the map of everything that was going on there. Okay. You guys can look at it. It's on my Facebook page, Cecil Holmes. Okay. And with Thriller, for it to be so iconic and so relevant to today with the living dead is just incredible, right? Because even that character that Paris dressed up as is a living dead character. Ghost or living dead, immortality means you're not dead, you haven't died, you can't die, right? And then Michael had the Immortal tour. I mean, and then me and my other friend Joni have been looking. I think I'm gonna save that clue because I need to go back and I need to find some footage and prepare for it, But we got more on a clue that involved Justin Bieber. Okay, remember Rockin' Robin? Tweet, 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 tweet. Hot chocolate, wink, not smile. Oh, it gets even better. We got some good stuff for that, okay? That I will go over next time. Let's see. If anybody, and the few people that have done this to me, I'm not mad at you, but if you do it again, I will be. Do not ever in your life write the N-word to me. Okay? Don't do it. I'm not the one. Okay, you write to me the N-word. Okay, you don't write it out. You don't type it out. I don't care if you're talking about somebody else who said it or whatever. You do not use that word with me ever. Okay, I mean it. Period. It's an insulting. I'm an intelligent, educated Black woman, and I know the origins of that word and what that word means. And we, as Black people now, have taken ownership of that word. We're the ones that can use it. We own that word. And I got that from Ice Cube, okay? All right, because it was just such a horrible word. Okay, so, and I know with Elon Musk now buying Twitter and loosening the rules and all that other stuff, and how some people were writing the N word on Twitter now. Okay, and then I get it twice in a day. I'm just letting you know, don't do it. I ain't the one. I will politely say don't do it, one time. But now that I've mentioned it and somebody does it, I might just automatically block you. Okay, because I'm not going to tolerate that, period. Okay, so anyway, and who knows that I'm talking about? Don't be offended. I'm okay with you. I'm okay with you because you explained it, but now we know and now we cool, but don't ever do that to me again. You type the and then the letter N and word, okay? If you're trying to explain something to me, that's what you do. You don't write the Nigga or Nigger. You don't write that to me ever, okay? All right. So, let's see what else is going on. That's it. Okay, me and my son, we went out and we sold lots of shea butter, and everybody, without exception, loved the smell of the fragrant shea butter. And oh my God, I had 16 units sold to international fans. And I'm sorry, I can't ship it internationally. It's so expensive. To Canada, and we're talking about Montreal, Canada, for just one pouch of shea butter, $40 just to ship it. Because it's fragrance oils and it's a little bit different, but fragrance oils can be shipped internationally through UPS. That was UPS's price. United States Postal Service, USPS. I pay for domestic shipping, and if I didn't make that clear, I will go back on my website and add the word domestic, because I can't ship it internationally unless you guys want to pay a fortune for it, and then you got to pay for it at customs as well. So the girl that lives in Montreal, I was saying maybe she has a friend in New York, because I think it's a 45-minute drive or an hour drive. So maybe I can ship it to New York, and then she can drive and pick it up, maybe and visit one of her friends. Be nice, right? So anyway, if you were able to go to PayPal and buy it through PayPal, I owe you money because I have to refund the money. Okay, I have to refund the money. Let's see. I think that's about it. Not much else going on. The Thriller party was a success. And all the cousins were there, right? None of Michael's brothers and sisters. Michael was there somewhere. Right? In disguise, because just like Prince said, he said, yeah, Michael, they can go out with him, during that time, because he was in a mask, and so were they. So it was like, oh, okay, that was the one day a year that they could really go out with him, even though there's footage of Michael out with them at a local somewhere in Beverly Hills in 2009. And then he went to the Ed Hardy store, and he went to another place. So he did go out with them, but not that often. But he was going out with them a lot more closer to the death announcement, because he knew that he was going to be leaving. Just like their last picture in May, right? What they said was an anniversary party for their parents, and their parents got married in like October, November. I mean, come on. And Michael is next to Deals, right? And because there's that record, that's an Alive 4 that they were supposed to be doing, I guess. I rapped the whole thing, but Michael was supposed to sing his part, but I can't sing. And then there was Paris, Prince, and Blanket were not with Michael. They were off to the side with Catherine and Joe. So that was a death hoax clue too. Okay, and that was a party, and Michael was wearing the ink pants, unk pants, which means life after life, life after death, everlasting life. He was wearing a pair of pants with that on there. So I mean, the clues that he gave us, he feels like, dang, I done gave him all these clues. And still certain fans just, hate the thought that Michael could have fooled them. Hate it. I hate her. She's saying that Michael faked his death. I hate her. You know, and all I do is report the facts, the proof, the evidence, and the clues. So make sure, maybe you can binge on the Alive Docu-series tonight. All right, guys, I think that's all I have to tell you tonight. Please order some shea butter. I'm gonna do a tutorial soon. And yeah, please, so that I could do a live 5. Okay, so you know, if you guys want to donate to a live 5, you know, that's fine too. Because I do want to make a live 5. I really, really want to make a live 5, but I just can't afford it right now. All right, guys. So I will talk to you next time. I'm heading over to Jackson's Empire right now. Okay. Oh, and BG was at the party and the cousins were at the party. Yoshi was there. Deals was there. Not Terrell. I don't think Terrell was there. I didn't see him, but Taj and TJ were there. Royal was there. I told you BG was there. Chris Tucker. It was more like the second generation, not like any of Michael's brothers and sisters, but their kids and beyond were there, right? And except for the next day, Tito did show up. I heard that Tito did show up, but it was his ex-wife, and he was there to support, you know, his sons with the D.D. Jackson Foundation. She was murdered, unfortunately. Did I tell you Bohanna worked for an adoption agency? That's a little weird, huh? Just saying. All right. So, I guess that's it, guys. So I'm heading over to Jackson's Empire. So I will see you soon. Okay. Bye-bye.